check your mic.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing you at all.
Right. Oh, my apologies. Yes, you hear me now. All right. Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. You are under the radar with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch this lovely Thursday afternoon. All right, and oh gosh, it's a busy day, Heavy. All right.
Yes.
Let me remind you. No, you go ahead. You start. Go ahead. Heavy.
Good afternoon to Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to Talk City 91.1 FM, the brand new afternoon show called Under the Radio. We're on the drive time. Under the radar. Sorry, we're on the drive time. Good afternoon to those of you locked on work. If you're still on work, if you're heading home from work and in your vehicles, good afternoon to you. Good afternoon to those of you in the maxis and taxis and buses and PH cars. Good afternoon to you, those of you locked on conventional radio, and those of you on the World Wide Web. Yes. Those of you locked on YouTube and, of course, on Facebook via Talk City 91.9 FM.
What's going on with you?
With what?
Talk City 91.1.
91.1, I say.
I know you say 99 point something.
Wow.
All right. It's a busy day. All right.
The punching again, tell me, boy.
That's what you're drinking?
No, you can make it.
No, it's a busy day. And listen, it's only a busy day because in studio with us in just a short bit, Trinidad and Tobago, is the Minister in the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries, the Honorable Ernesto Kiza, will be in studio just about 4 p.m. He has cabinet to go to, and then straight after cabinet, he will be in studio.
Right.
And we're talking everything.
Good.
We are talking energy and development for Trinidad and Tobago.
Definitely.
I think it's going to be a big show. All right. So now is the time, Trinidad and Tobago, to share, follow us on every single page. This is Talk City. The real address for talking under the radar. We already have some calls on the line. Do you want to...
Already?
All
right, send them in.
All right, caller.
Yeah, good afternoon to you guys. Are you hearing me?
Loud and clear.
Okay. Yeah, Heavy and David. Now, David, you sound very cheerful after your birthday yesterday, man.
Yeah, he's very cheerful. He's very cheerful.
I want to indulge a little bit. You're a very kind of handsome guy. So I guess that you would have been hiding from certain individual ladies' yesterday. You wouldn't have been in public. You would have been hiding from this one and
you call it a mind David Welch business or what?
No, well, I stated the fact.
What the hell I hear here? You have a contribution to make to the show, brother. Instead of asking David what we went and do yesterday.
That's what you're asking. I went to do yesterday.
He's speculating that you went and you went with some ladies yesterday for your birthday.
Serious? Okay. I know when for a headset. All right,
brother. Thank you.
Thanks so much. All right, I now can hear the people. I can hear the real thing now. All right. So yeah, yesterday was a good day. I went and I slept. Because I needed that sleep, boy. Oh, God, boy. The radio,
I needed to.
You need it now?
I needed it taking a toll.
Yeah. It's a lot.
Because we're going from job to job. You understand? So you're doing a 6 to 3 and a 3 to 6.
That's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
No, that's a lot. We really doing it all, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, I have here. Some people want to lock onto the show just now, huh? Listen on radio 91.1 FM. All right, so yes, people. All right, so we had a real thing to talk about today, and now we're pulling up everything. Trust me. At times, it's a rush to come and do all of this, honestly. But regardless of, we are here and are now getting everything pulled up, right? But today we want to look straight into the energy sector in Trinidad and Tobago mainly as well, and that is with the Honorable Ernesto Kiza that will be here. I'm hoping that we do not have post-cab, because if we do have post-cab, then we had to cut this short.
We had to cut the interview short.
We got to cut the interview short. So I'm hoping that we do have to do that. I saw... internet running so slow, but I saw, let me pull it up here just now. Trending so far, I saw that same OPR business coming up, right? And there is this former OPR, like the former person who was in charge of OPR coming out now to tell the current OPR to not engage in the noise and the hysteria and anything and the political banter back and forth, and see that trending. But that's side news. That's just something that I thought of right now. But
you are actually skipping past the major news right now.
That's what I was going to
with the child.
Yes, the 2-year-old. That's why. Look. That's exactly what I wanted to pull up.
Okay,
right?
Okay.
But I wanted to have the information on the child first before I talk on that. Right. Let me make sure and say this firstly. We should not be politicizing this issue with this child, and everybody people politicizing it. Yes.
Right? You serious?
I kid you not. I swear to you.
But how the hell are politicizing this?
They say Kamala not doing anything for the child, and Kamala need to do more, and Kamala not saying this, and Kamala should call a press conference. They called, I think, Kingsley and Obi show yesterday to talk about something with Kamala having a press conference on this matter, etc., right?
What the hell I hear?
I kid you not. Now, the story is a sad story, number one, right? But I want to make it abundantly clear. In all that is happening right now, it is not the first time that a child goes missing in Trinidad and Tobago.
Or was murdered.
Or was murdered,
by
especially by the family member, right?
Yeah,
Stepfather in this regard, allegedly.
Mm-hmm.
All right? It's not the first time. It is a matter that is probably touching the people's heart so much because it's coming out of the Twin Island state of Tobago, Republic of Tobago, right? And you don't really hear much of these things happening in Tobago.
Correct.
But for people to call on Kamala to do more or to send this across there and send that across there.
Send what?
Exactly. My point. And here the thing, I got a call from family. I'll tell you that. All right, that he affiliated with Kamala Persad-Bissessar and the United National Congress, and called me to say, what Kamala doing about the matter? I said, what do you want Kamala to do? She said, well, Kamala need to do more. And the only reason why they're saying Kamala need to do more is because there is this lady on social media. She does call herself the Obia woman, and she does do Obia and all kind of nonsense, right?
Delilah or something.
Delilah.
Yeah, so
right?
somebody sent me that video of that.
But she's the one that creating all this hysteria and all this noise on social media and talking about Kamala. And when I saw clips where she say, and when UNC win, everybody win, and she vex, she vote UNC and all kind of noise and nonsense.
Don't they take on her educational capacity?
The thing is, I am not. Trust me, heavy. I am not.
But the layman.
The layman on the ground, and this is family members that taking on what she's saying on social media, and even the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, well, the Commissioner of Police have to come out and put a end to what is taking place on social media as well, and saying that you take information from credible sources. We had the TTPS on the ground, the Hunter Search and Rescue on the ground, and even Ian Allen was across there and still doing his stuff across there with that.
All media houses was over there.
Exactly.
Searching for that child. Well, on the ground over there, talking about what's happening, giving you ball by ball on what was happening with that child.
Correct. What you don't have right now are persons that are coming out and saying this have nothing to do with Kamala Persad-Bissessar.
But I was stick up in right there.
Yeah.
And here I wanted to stick up in right there. 2 weeks ago, approximately 2 weeks ago, right on this radio station, when we were on the 6 to 8 shift, Under the Radar show, I spelt it out. I actually give it ball by ball. A fair direction and indication, right, on how influential and powerful social media is.
Correct.
I explained to you that the opposition PNM is using social media at their advantage right now, right? Because on social media, you don't have to tell the truth.
Correct.
You don't have to talk facts. Correct. You don't have to go and do no research.
Correct.
You don't have to be credible. Matter of fact, you don't even know how to. You don't want to learn how to read and write. All you have to have is a cell phone with a camera, right, and an email address.
And that's all.
Download an app on your phone
and talk.
Correct. Right? And you have these people, spreading propaganda on opinionative narrative that is not even true. And I told you, they don't care if it's a lie. It don't have to be the truth. They don't care. Once they tell it, once they say it, right? What is the sad realization of that is? And I hope everybody in the maxi taxi hear me now. I hope everybody in the taxi hear me now. I hope everybody on social media, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, everybody who's listening everywhere hear me now. The average man, the average 95, 84, 73 to 62, however you want to put it, average man and woman that works daily, right? Approximately 80% of them don't watch news.
Correct.
They don't read newspapers. They don't listen to these talk shows. But those same people, they know what they do?
Vote.
Not only that,
spread misinformation.
They just go and watch
TikTok.
Social media platforms. Almost every single one of them.
And you know, listen, I saw, watch that, tune in and listening to that garbage. Oh, Kamala, and she ain't sending no police.
And let me tell you something. And if you read the comments on these posts, that these people talking the crap, you will wonder, well, is the blind leading the blind?
Correct.
Is the blind leading the blind in Trinidad and Tobago?
You know what's the next thing in that whole thing?
Hold on. I just want to reiterate that the average man, after he finish work and he reach in his house where he can get internet, because he do have data on the phone, and he bathe and he eat, man or woman, and he lie down. And before he go to sleep, he will go on that phone and scroll. And when he bunks up at one this video with this whoever talking the crap, come like I do more. What is it, the police? And play on people's emotions. That is the last thing resonating in their head before they go and sleep.
Yep.
So you tell me how we going to combat that. Continue now, David Welch.
The sad thing on that is that people listening to that information and they tune in to however long it is.
Yes.
It could be a live, it could be just clips. They make it show and swipe for part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, part 6, just to listen to garbage. Just to listen to persons say, Kamala said she was going to do this and look at it now. Crime out of control. Babies dying. How much babies dying? And I vote for that woman. That's the noise I hear. And then in all of that, with that particular individual, you hear where she's saying, and she's spreading the misinformation. And it could be, listen, is information that the TTPS is also investigating. Is that one killed the child? And my OB tell me that. And I'm feeling it in my spirit. And that is the information that people on the ground listening to.
And run with it.
And most importantly, worse yet, is the fact that what they say as well is, you see, when she went across there with Trump, is she signed a death warrant for Trinidad. She is blood had a shed in Trinidad and Tobago, and she went to ensure that blood shedding and sharing, and as a young innocent once that Kamala Prasad be sacrificing. That's not my words, you know. That's their words. This is the madness taking place in Trinidad and Tobago. And people are believing it.
Yeah.
I am sorry to hear that young people dying. You know, I'm very, very apologetic. Condolences to the family of Angelo. All right? But you have family that killing family. This is not something new in our society. Let us not try now to just point fingers and say blame this one and blame that one without even looking at ourselves firstly as well, because there's a reality in this. The reality in crime in Trinidad and Tobago is that we own the crime problem in Trinidad and Tobago. It's nothing that we brought in from Venezuela, we brought in from Guyana, we brought in from another Caribbean island. We own it. We know criminal elements inside our own community. We know them, and we allow them to run havoc and create havoc on our streets. And then we look at the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and we blame them because we refuse to blame ourselves. That's a reality in Trinidad, especially in those communities that are governed by, you know, predominantly what? All right? When you say who really own the crime problem in TNT, you can't just look at the Indians. You're looking at our own African brothers and sisters are killing each other for what? For what? And that's happening. And that is literally the majority of crime in Trinidad. Whoever don't want to hear that and whoever don't want to believe that, well, too bad for you. We have a problem and we know the problem. I agree when you said heavy, it's a more not just holistic, it's a more deep-rooted social problem in Trinidad because it's just going to be continued over and over. The cycle just going to continue as we just continue to kill each other. If the TTPS go running on this black boy and kill that one, the cycle just going to keep continuing with that reprisal, revenge killing that people engaging in today.
As I said, and I don't want to make today's topic about crime, right? As I said, we have a runaway crime or gang culture or crime culture in Trinidad and Tobago. And if we don't do nothing about it, we have to take drastic measures. And if we don't take drastic measures to deal with the crime culture and gang culture in Trinidad and Tobago, we will eat the bread that the devil needs with the toenail.
We're already doing that, heavy. We already eating the bread that the devil needs.
It's going to be worse. It's going to be worse.
The only worse that this could get is 2030. This country do the dotish thing and vote once more for the PNM. Caller, let me pen now.
Hello,
yes,
good
sir.
afternoon. Good afternoon to Brother Heavy and Brother David Welch.
Yes, good afternoon.
This is Tabakit speaking here.
Yes, Tabakit.
I want to say something heavy. I want you to come to the front of the class.
Thank you.
And stay there. Let me tell you why. Let me repeat. I want you to come to the head of the class and stay there. You see this thing where you're talking about social media in the night after 8?
Mm-hmm.
And we had a conversation going to that. And what David is saying there, you all are absolutely correct.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you why. I continue to ask, and let me say this, and Heavy, you know sometimes I the only, you hear me properly?
Yeah.
Yes, go ahead.
Right. Sometimes this is no joke, you know. Some big platform and thousands of people. And I asked myself, where are all the people who just be calling radio in the morning to the evening till 8? And after that, you hear now, Heavy, you are big platform and false information.
Yep.
And hear what I want to suggest this evening. I want to suggest that the government put you, Heavy, in charge of a social media activist platform to launch that, whereby we would put mechanism in place to combat that. Let me tell you, the PNM launched its local government election in the sport. And what they are doing...
Tabakit, you're breaking up now.
Yeah, real bad.
All right, you're getting me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Right. Here now, the kind of misinformation is spread from 8, and let me tell you what time, because I know.
Yep.
You see from 8 straight till 11 in the night.
Yep.
Man, hear me. If you believe Delilah is it, I don't want to give them any free ads here.
Yeah, don't get them no free
No
ad.
ads.
No, I'm not doing it. It have 5 big platforms. I want to say 5 big platforms. All you know who I'm talking about. And listen, sometimes they're throwing me off the line. Because here what? You know I jam in them, they're heavy.
Yeah.
And sometimes I ask myself, I say, but wait now. I'm the only activist on TikTok in the night. Because all who saying they... You with me?
Tabakit,
Yes.
I want you to forgive me. 'Cause I can't fight that fight in the night on TikTok. Right? Because after I leave here,
You're tired.
I'm so
No,
tired.
but you are-
I
let
can't
me
go
say
to bed and sleep.
Let me say this heavy.
But I see all the it live and thing, like, you know, the Miss Live and them.
Yeah.
I see it
Yeah.
back in the day, yeah? But it's not live. It's like,
let me say this to you.
You will see that
in
there.
fairness to you, David, Andy, Lennox, Kingsley, and Opinion Box, I give you all a pass. But all the rest who's saying there's big voice calling radio, they're nowhere in the night to defend the government. Have you know sometimes it's only Tabaki that cussing me?
Yeah.
Some things they're writing about me. And I saying, but wait now. So hear what I saying to make a long story short. Any government official who is listening, I think it's time we appoint Heavy and David as some social media, to set up a social media activist council so we could put mechanism in place. Because hear me, I saying it Heavy. I am not, you see all the people who go in and call after me, who calling Andy, who calling Lennox. You're not getting them in the night.
Yeah.
And that is the big platform. You telling me platform with thousands and thousands of people. And let me tell you, Heavy, let me say this and go. You see what all your guests said there? These things coming live, you know. These programs coming live. And I am saying it's time that the government put mechanism in place to combat that. Because hear me, you see when local election is coming, they will get more dangerous. They're going to come with more lies.
Tabakit.
They will come with more half-truth. And there's where they're going.
Yes, Tabakit.
So
I get information, very good information.
Yes.
That the financiers of the PNM is spending upwards of $2 million a month to spread propaganda on media houses and social media.
Well, let me tell you why what you're saying is truth. I said on one of the big platforms, I consider you all as pressure group. They drop man, they're cussing me out.
They cut you out of the life.
What it is, you are correct. They are pressure group.
Yeah.
So I now make a clarion call so that Brother David and Brother Heavy, you appoint them as the activist council on social media, because all the people who say they was there for 3 months, you can't hear them, you can't see them, like all of them get a work, and they say they get a work, they not, and let me say this, one, the two of them may come, and when they come up there, they can't even talk the issues.
Wow.
I just challenge them.
All right, Tabakit, we had you on for a good while. Thank you very much.
A good stuff.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thanks so much. All right. Anyway, stay tuned, Trinidad.
We have to
We're
go for a
gonna
break.
go for a quick commercial break there. Then we'll come back and take some more of your calls and opinions. The phone lines are blazing as usual. All right.
Yeah.
Special good afternoon though to Latina Mata. She's listening on the go right now on her radio all the way up to San Fernando. Drive safely, Latina. Also, Latina, just in case you need it, and this for the general population as well. Need data on the go? Get a preloaded SIM for as low as $40. Available at any store where you see a digital sign on the outside. Spot the digital sign, get a new number, preloaded data, and more. And if you're a digital customer, spin to win up to $750 weekly in cash. Digital customers can text the word SPIN to 8181 to enter. Enter now for the chance to win cash weekly. Also, need just 10 labeled Purple Cows your choice. Need 10,000, then Purple Cow's the only choice. At Purple Cow Advertising, we bring your ideas to life where creativity grazes and imagination runs a little wild. From eye-catching labels to standout banners, posters, and more. If you can imagine it, we can print it. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram and see the magic for yourself. Purple Cow Advertising, little company, big idea. Proudly serving Marabella for over 12 years. Stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago. We're going for a quick break. We'll be back right after this on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Your afternoons just got louder on Talk City 91.1 FM. From the headlines everybody's discussing to the conversations shaping the country, Heavy Duty and David Welch are taking you under the radar. Straight talk, strong opinions, the conversations that matter. Now in its brand new drive time slot. Weekdays from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Talk City 91.1 FM. Politics, current affairs, trending topics, and the stories everybody's talking about. All in one place, under the radar, with Heavy Duty and David Welch. Weekdays 3 to 6, only on Talk City 91.1 FM.
What if your money could give you more growth, more flexibility, more peace of mind? Right now, for a limited time, earn up to 4% interest on your fixed deposit at Police Credit Union. Enjoy flexible terms that work around your life and the kind of care only a trusted institution can provide. Start building your future today. Act now. Take advantage of this limited time offer. Visit any of our 4 branches today or follow us on social media for more, because we give you more. Police Credit Union. Your future is safe with us.
Trinidad and Tobago is making steps towards modernizing national security operations. Plans unveiled by Minister of Works and Infrastructure, the Honorable Julian John, reveal revitalization efforts.
I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today.
All right, 3:43 right now in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. We are back under the radar with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch. Heavy, I don't know if you saw, but the Director of Public Prosecutions have directed criminal charges in the shooting of
Joshua Samaru.
All
right, so the police are going to be
charging. Yeah, so they're going straight to court. Right, and then we have a breakthrough as well in the municipal police case as well.
You have a breakthrough in that case also.
Correct. Yeah.
Right.
Caller.
A blessed day to Mr. Heavy and to Mr. David.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to say this to each and every citizen. You see, we cannot backtalk one another. You see what happened in Tobago? The post, and they say all kind of thing about Mrs. Kamla Prasad, the sister, and they call him Soulfish. They come and they win the election. They say all kind of thing in Trinidad about this. We come and we win the election. People is not as foolish as before. You see, when Mr. Heavy, when all you're talking, always just talk on issue.
Yeah.
And not bacchanal talk. And stick with the people that what is happening. Bring forth what is happening. And the Prime Minister, she cannot go and say this, that child is dead, you know. If that child dies, they don't find that. That child come in a panel van from Tobago to Trinidad. That child knows somebody and they show the child and the child know them, they come, they pick it up. And people have to understand, they will leave that for the police.
Yeah.
Mrs. Kamla Prasad, the less she talk, is the better for she. The more she do, is plenty better for she. Let us be truth and stop back to, if PNM want to go, you see the attitude of the leader of the PNM? That's why school children fighting like that. In Parliament, they're not supposed to get on like little children, walking off, giving the speaker back talk and this talk. And the followers is doing the same thing. From east to west, which part the crime is, right on the, through the leader's attitude. Have a blessed and wonderful day and God guide us.
Thank you so much. An update for you, Trinidad and Tobago, in regards to the minister. He is still in a meeting at the ministry, but the ministry is not too far from here. All right. So you just messaged me telling me that. So we should see him in just a bit. All right, caller.
Good afternoon, Miss Welch. And Mr. Heavy.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, like the media and them can jump and say what they want. You understand? You see that lady? She give the farmer and them 2 million. They take it back. The soca monarch. The mash up the soca monarch. The soca monarch, she give them 2 million. Marshal Montano, you know what time even that soca monarch? Saying, you know, the matter because you say that soca monarch was for them use and them. You understand?
All right, brother. Thanks so much.
Yeah,
thanks so much.
Thank you.
6224911, 6224911. We'll open the phone lines. Let's just give a bit of what the Commissioner of Police said about the 2 cases, right?
This morning, that there is significant amount of public interest in particular matters engaging the TTPS. And I felt there was a need, owing to my stance on accountability to the public, to give an update to the media and to the public through the media. So the first thing that I'd like to update the media on is the municipal police investigation from San Fernando. So as we all know, on the 19th of April 2026, Acting Corporal Anushka Eversley was found dead at the San Fernando Municipal Police Station at King's Wharf. Thus far, a large cache of weapons and ammunition was stolen. The multi-agency response, coordinated intelligence-led operation involving homicide, Trinidad and Tobago Defense Force, the Special Branch, SSA, SIU, Cybercrime and other divisions, led to the arrest and charging of Mr. Javon Cooper, Kwame Arnold, and Nicholas Ramdas for homicide and other related offenses. At this time, an Interpol red notice has since been issued for a 4th person in this matter who is believed to have fled the country. Thus far, we have recovered 38 pistols, 4 shotguns, 1 MPX submachine gun, 1 revolver, and over 900 rounds of ammunition. And this was basically recovered in and around the Claxton Bay area.
All right, and that's the matter there involving the municipal police. Call us.
Heavy.
Yes, sir. Go
ahead. Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Well,
David.
Yeah, go ahead.
I hope you get plenty rest yesterday.
Yeah, man.
Heavy, yesterday I hear all you saying how Dr. Rowley say who live, and who dead.
He didn't say that?
The reason why Dr. Rowley said that is because UNC supporters, they stop listening. Because the Prime Minister and other people told them to drink puncheon lime and go out in the sunlight.
No one said that though.
And that will cure the COVID.
No UNC, no official UNC said that though. But continue.
You're
spreading misinformation. The Prime Minister did not say spread. No. The Prime Minister did. No, sir. No. No. The Prime Minister did not say that. The Prime Minister said sunlight will kill COVID. And this is something that Florida also said.
I never heard the Prime Minister say drink puncheon.
No one said drink puncheon.
You just sit down there and play this one say this and that one say that and that one say that. Play the tape, David.
And then, okay, and if I play it and you are proven wrong, would you call back and apologize?
Yes, I would.
All right, well, hold the line then.
Play the whole tape, eh?
Hold the line then. No, hold the line if you're so correct. All right.
Play the whole tape.
About sunlight. Sunlight is great. We are so blessed. The climate we have is one of the best in the world. And I repeat again, sunlight will kill COVID-19 and will kill Rowley 2020. Sunlight. Sunlight will kill COVID-19 and will kill Rowley 2020.
Go ahead. Apologize.
Light.
Go and apologize.
When that clip says drink puncheon.
So sunlight alone will kill COVID.
Go and apologize.
But you heard the clip.
David. Sunlight alone will kill COVID.
Go and apologize. You said Kamala said punching and X, Y, and Z. I play the clip for you. Apologize.
I apologize for that part.
No. You have a great day. You're sycophant. You're sycophant.
Oh, let's see. This is a perfect example of how people could spread propaganda, right? Now imagine if we wasn't here to play that clip. He would have said that, and people might have believed that, you know. Or they're killing me in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago, right? We don't commit to spread misinformation and false narratives, right?
You say play the clip, we play the clip.
Play the clip for you. When we don't play the clip for you know what you say? Well, I apologize, you didn't say that part. And then look, I never heard camera said drink punching.
And go kill
How
COVID.
you reaching that and kill COVID?
We have receipts, you know. This is the program where we have receipts,
it's something, but something wrong with these people.
We don't
boy.
just talk, you know, heavy.
Hey.
Heavy, we don't just talk heavy, we just come with facts, caller.
David, heavy.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Yeah, but these fellas are good for this country, but we have to get rid of this PNM Valley for clean. Otherwise, Trinidad will never go good. Every time Trinidad go downwards, everybody fixing back the country. And when they fix back the country for 5 years, PNM going and mash it up back down. They just study do that. Get rid of this PNM. Them fellas is false people. It doesn't make sense that they're in this country. Boy, bless all you, boy. God keep all you strong.
Thanks so much. I don't want people to think that it's Eric. Eric would never call and be so stupid. Right? Eric does actually call and try to have some facts with what he's saying.
Yeah. Eric
That's not Eric.
Eric has come better than that.
Eric has come better than
He's come better than that. I must give Eric credit for that.
Eric. Eric ain't so bad.
Yeah,
He's bad, but he's not that bad.
He's not that bad.
Caller.
Good afternoon, David, and good afternoon, Mr. Heavy.
Yes, good afternoon.
David, a happy belated birthday to you. This is Anthony Rondin. I send you my personal greetings for good health and happiness.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
I have a question. We are all seeing the propaganda on social media.
Yeah.
I have a question to you both gentlemen. I listened to one particular gentleman, and I cut it off, where he's actually threatening the police commissioner and using obscene language. And if you come here, you so and so and so and come for me. Another one was talking about the prime minister, race, and using very, very foul language. Now, I know social media has its privileges, but is there any legal, and whether it's Mrs. Vicessa or Dr. Rowley or who, I don't think that people have the right to malign people and curse in that manner on a platform that is broadcasted in the chat. I will listen here.
Listen off here. We'll explain.
You want to do that after? Yeah,
all right, go ahead. Just remind me. I don't want to lose my train of thought.
Caller.
David.
Yeah, man.
Play for me.
Oh, God. No. We been playing that game this evening. Yeah, what? You don't control in this show. We talking about certain things here. You come and play it for that. Cut them off. Because I'm not playing that with you this evening. Leave it there. Don't get me upset. You calling to say play with tape and play with tape. This is not your show.
He went to try and research.
Look.
He can't debate on.
We allow you once.
Yeah.
You're trying to throw off with topic because you're coming to bring up all kind of propaganda information. When we done enough for one day. Come tomorrow with the next one. Come with a new one tomorrow.
Nah, call next year. Caller.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good afternoon. Trying to throw off.
What happens with these people when police hold them for some crime and they don't want to talk? I think they should bring in some Japanese or somebody to pull out a fingernail and cause them to talk. I mean, with all
I mean loud in the back.
Let them talk now, man. You understand?
I call it, thank you.
Not be committing crime and getting on like this, man.
Yeah, brother. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is not your show. Caller.
I hear myself loud in the background.
Yes, gentlemen, good evening.
Yes, man, you're live.
You're calling the time to play clip for he. Want to hear why?
You pressure high.
That's true. But let me ask this question, fellas.
Yeah.
On the other talk shows, it have us at other talk shows, what we consider to be proper news agencies and so on and so forth, that is very much involved in spreading propaganda, inaccuracies, untruths, and slanting the news and the thing to contribute to the nonsense. How, if the authorities who control the airwaves hearing that, how come they're not addressing that? Because there's a deliberate spreading of lies and misrepresentation.
I think I'd say it, no.
They're allowing them things to happen.
Okay. Listen off here. I want to say before you say heavy, and we don't have much time, we have 4 minutes here, I'll do it in probably 2. I want to say that at least on this station, you see Talk City 91.1 FM, we get in pull up if it is that we spread misinformation on air.
Correct.
We get pull up. And I'll dive in and say, we had a meeting about this only too recently with spreading misinformation or not doing proper research on the topics we come in to talk about on air. We have checks and balances at this station. You see TTT, you see 91.1 FM, we have checks and balances, which is why we say, if you want credible information, the only place to go to is Talk City 91.1 FM, your address for Talk Heavy.
All right, so I just wanted that the gentleman know and the other gentleman who called earlier want to know, right? The social media platforms does not belong to the government of Trinidad and Tobago, right? TikTok is actually a Chinese company. Facebook and Instagram belongs to, what's the name of the group? USA, right? And they have more freedom of information, freedom of speech laws, right? So when people go on those platforms and cuss and talk and say what they want and do what they want and they could talk lies, misinformation, they will not be accountable to our laws in Trinidad and Tobago. So they could go there and cuss Kamala whole day, they could cuss everybody on those apps, right? In order for you to really get some kind of justice from that, you will have to record them, tape them, and then file a civil lawsuit against them for libel and scandal, right? Other than that, the police service cannot do nothing really about that. You understand? Because they're on a platform where that is allowed. And that platform is not governed by the laws of Trinidad and Tobago, right? And we on radio, we under TAT, right? With the telecommunications, authority. So we have to be careful what we say, and we have to talk proper language here, and all our radio programs are being monitored and taped, right? So unlike social media where people can go there and say more kind of free all here,
but there's still sedition in Trinidad. We still operate under the sedition law, which is why Kim Cole, and I call her, she named Big and Bold, talk now.
Yeah,
she's saying now, well, on bail.
Yeah.
All right, no, she lucky she not on remand.
No, what TikTok has certain thing that they can flag your program if you say certain things on it.
Yeah, misinformation.
Yeah, well, you can't say certain words you can't say neither. You can't use the word death, you have to say unalive.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing against the LGBTQ and all of that because they will block you one time, they will take it down.
Quick
and easy, yeah. Anytime they get any information, you say certain things about any, they will flag you.
And COVID, you can't talk COVID.
You can't talk COVID, talk neither, no. Right? But you can cuss. You can cuss people. You can real cuss. You can cuss. You can say what you want.
There were people like, hold on.
People like TikTok.
We had to go across the NLCB, Trinidad and Tobago. So let's go to that right now, all right?
Yeah.
Talk City 91.1 FM now joins TTT for today's NLCB draw.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle.
All right, Trinidad and Tobago 413 right now as we take you to the top. You are under the radar with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch, and we will take you all the way to 6 p.m. Heavy, I see you smiling.
Because somebody now tell me thank you to cut it off.
For cutting off?
Cut it off, leave it there.
All right, we have some voice notes from that last hour.
Yes, David. Fix up that sycophant. Leave it there. I better call ICE for him and get him deported out of America. Shame on you. Leave it there. Shame on you.
Well, the word is nice now. It's nice. Yeah, they get nice to deport him. It's really changed
from ice to nice?
Ice to nice.
Okay.
All right. So welcome back to Talk City. Once more, the Minister in the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries, the Honorable Ernesto Kiza, he's wrapping up a meeting at the ministry and should be coming straight across right after. All right.
Well, now it's time for our segment.
It's time for this. Oh, good.
Yes, it's time for our segment. And the segment is Know Your Country.
Know your what? Know your what?
Know Your Country.
From history to culture, this is Know Your Country, only on Talk City 91.1 FM.
All right, time to know your country, Trinidad and Tobago. You're calling in with access phrase, know
your country.
Caller.
Well,
all right, Granny, you go ahead, Granny. Give me some quick, Granny. Granny, we in a segment, but do quick, Granny.
And Heavy, how are you going?
We good, Granny, we good.
What people have to do to help this crime in the Port of Spain area, you have to get somebody like Satmaraj. Get out the people to go and work any work. Show them you work a little, you eat a little, you save a little, and do a little other work part-time. So you won't have time for crime.
All right. Thanks so much, Granny.
That is what they have to. David Mohammed had doing nothing, you know.
Again.
What David Mohammed did, pull it up here, go away Saturday. He said Jesus was preaching and teaching Muslim religion, and Jesus was a Muslim.
All right, Granny, no problem. Thanks
so
much.
All right, Granny, we inside that segment right now. I want to thank you very much, right? We just allow it because
we're going to do it over.
Use Granny.
From history to culture, this is Know Your Country, only on Talk City 91.1 FM.
Yo, this is Colin.
Wrong drop. All right, it's time to know your country, Trinidad and Tobago. Caller, access phrase.
Know your country.
Yes, man.
Yes. A political activist from the 1960s and 70s was exiled from Trinidad and Tobago and banned by the then President or then Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Eric Williams. Wow.
Papa, you know your thing.
Give him a round of applause.
You know your
thing. You know your thing, man. You know your thing.
All right.
Yes, you know your thing. Thank you very much, caller.
Thanks so much. All right. We only know your country access phrase.
Yep.
All right. That's what you had to give. Access phrase, caller. Oh, you going? Sorry.
You going?
Access phrase.
Yes, today. Know your country.
All right.
Know your country.
Rapid fire. Come, let me go.
Rapid fire. All right. The very first capital of Trinidad and Tobago was known as what?
First capital was St. Joseph, man.
Wow, boy, yes.
I nearly pull out the word there, man. You take too long.
I know, but I don't want to say like Miss David Mumbai like he Tanti white follow. Give man a chance, man.
All right.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Ready? Access phrase. Call her access phrase. All right. Lovely. Go ahead.
Okay. We dealing with places here, darling.
Okay.
Right? All right. The most suddenly the most suddenly part of Trinidad and Tobago city is known as what?
Suddenly part of Trinidad. The city in San Fernando?
No. Wrong.
There's a lady though. How we go?
No.
We're sorry.
Yeah,
We're
sorry about that. Sorry about that.
All right. We're sorry.
Sorry about that, darling.
Suddenly,
most suddenly. I don't want to say.
I might get licks. Access phrase. All right.
Yes. The most suddenly tongue, I should say, because I don't want to say the other word for it.
Okay.
Right? In Trinidad and Tobago, suddenly. Yeah, what's the name, Mike? Huh?
Port of Spain.
Port of Spain is so
wrong.
Take some legs. One more for you, boy. Take another one. Or you go say Port of Spain?
No, not Port of Spain. All right, thank you.
Port of Spain, South, boy. Take some legs. That's impossible. I'm Port of Spain, South.
You know, the most suddenly, yeah.
Hey, I weak, Mike. Access phrase.
Know your country.
Yes, welcome. Same question. The most suddenly tongue in Trinidad and Tobago is known as what? What? Point 14. Yes, thank you very much. Well, thank you.
Thanks so much, caller. Thanks so much.
I didn't want to say the most suddenly borrow now because of that. I don't know it's point 14.
I got you. Yeah. Access phrase.
Yeah, I call back only one time.
What is that?
You call back to answer the question.
Yeah, like
your phone breaking up.
Country.
Yes, all right, know your country. Right. In what vicinity of Trinidad and Tobago the former petrol train or refinery is located?
Point of Pierce.
Correct is right. Well, give him a round of applause. Yeah, man.
All right, brother. All right. We
have some smart people today, boy.
I want to share some whip, man.
I want to
share some whip.
You want to share some
We need the whip. Caller. Access phrase.
Know your country.
No. All right. Thank you. Let me get a good question for you.
When was David Welch birthday?
That has nothing to do with the country.
That
have nothing to do with the country. Why you expect the man to know that? There's a doctor. Look. All right, caller. Here a question. Right?
Somebody said yesterday. Yeah.
Name 4 beaches on the north coast.
Maracas.
Yeah, 1. What?
What you said that?
No, wrong. Sorry. Sorry. Toko's actually east. Toko's actually east.
That's it, Toko. Last one, access phrase. You go on. All right, no problem. All right, is it?
We have about We have about 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes, all right?
Yeah, let me take about 2 more. Caller.
Your country.
All
right. Caller, can you give me the name of 4 beaches on the North Coast?
Marcus, Las Cuevas, Blanchisseuse, and Carnage.
And what?
Carnage.
Wrong. Carnage not on the North Coast.
I was playing the applause and all.
No.
Take some whip.
Take
some whip. Say Carnage one more time.
My back.
Take some whip. Say Carnage one more time.
Go on.
Wait.
The Baba's going to know.
Yeah.
He always get the applause.
Oh, you go say Carnage. Wait.
All right.
Access phrase. All right, I go on there. Access phrase.
Know your country.
Know your country. On our coat of arms, right, there were 3 ships from Columbus, right, that were removed. What was the name of the 3 ships?
Nina Pintana. Nina.
Wait, take your time. I hear Nina, right?
Nina. The
Pinta, right?
And this is going on. It's not something I can remember.
Say last something. You're taking it up?
Yeah, that's taking it up.
Try your thing.
It's not something very.
It's starting with la. Yeah, we come right. It's starting with la.
It's starting with R, yes. Not the pentans. The last one, it's not starting with R. It ended with R. But he don't have it.
Give my hint now. Give my little thing. You get 2. Give my little thing.
Give my little thing. All right. So to give him the answer?
No, don't give him the answer. Kind of hint it a little.
All right.
I thought you were going to ask about the beach.
You thought I was going to ask you about the beach? No. Yeah. I changed the question because I know somebody don't get... Yeah. The man don't get 3 out of 8 already. All I do is try to get 1 more. Anyway.
My first time we closed last year.
No. Nobody acts that. Next person.
Nobody.
All right, brother.
Nobody.
You said me to the man, you go kill him. One more caller. One more caller. Oh God, you like to beat people, boy, David, boy.
All right, he got.
You like the Sherlock's boy.
I like the Sherlock's boy. Access phrase.
Know your country.
Yes, know your country.
If this man don't get it, he calling from a foreign number.
Yeah,
a foreign number. If you don't get it, nah, man.
Well, I'm not giving him the same question because
give
last
him
caller.
some difficult.
No, the last caller don't call out.
Protest.
No,
I protest.
The last caller just call out. No, the last caller already called out 2 of the answers from the last question. Right?
Oh God, but geez,
right.
he should. That last one should have been the very first one. He should have known.
What is it?
What it was?
It's the Saint Mary, and in Spanish, the Santa Maria.
Yes, so it's the Santa Maria. But that's not the question I'm going to give you. That's the answer for the last question.
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
There are 3 birds, different species of birds on the coat of arms. Name them.
3.
Yeah.
Scarlet ibis.
Mm-hmm.
Cocorico.
Right.
I'm talking about the coconut drink, not Cocorico.
Yeah.
Cocorico.
Cocorico, right. And the next bird.
Let me get ready to call. My name is Toby when I get my whip. The hummingbird.
Yes.
I ain't sung long time ago.
Yeah,
I was waiting to say my name is Toby and take my whip. All right, guys.
Later. Thank you very much. Thank you for participating, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks so much.
Well,
And you from outside the country.
You went outside the country, I know the country.
Outside the country, I know the country.
Yeah.
All right, that's great.
Anyway, but somebody told me this part of the show very educational because it have things that people hearing we answers and say, well, I didn't know that. Yeah, they didn't know that.
Well, if you didn't know,
now you know.
Now you know.
I don't want to think about
to culture. This is Know Your Country, only on Talk City 91.1 FM.
The thing is, we have good news. The minister is almost here. He's arriving at the building.
Right.
So therefore, we're going for a quick break.
Yes.
Because we had to take a quick break. We have some ads to play. And then when we come back, Trinidad and Tobago, hopefully we have him seated here inside Talk City and we're going to talk the real thing on energy in Trinidad and Tobago. So stay tuned to Talk City 91.1 FM. You're just for talk. We are under the radar. Sweet, sweet. Oh, shucks. Somebody was playing it before. I was going to start it from the top now. Somebody was going to run. Take a listen.
Islands in the sun. Islands in the fun.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
All right, welcome back, Trinidad and Tobago, to Under the Radar with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch. And this is a conversation that you do not want to miss. So therefore, if you truly need data on the go, get a preloaded SIM card for as low as $40. Available at any store where you see a digital sign on the outside. Spot the digital sign, get a new number, preloaded data, and more. And for all you digital customers, spin to win. Win up to $750 weekly in cash. Digital customers can text the word SPIN to 8181 to enter. Enter now for your chance to win cash weekly. And welcome back, Trinidad and Tobago, 4:37 now in the Republic. And we have a special guest in studio. As promised, we deliver here on Talk City 91.1 FM. All right? And we do have the minister in the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries, the Honorable Ernesto Kiza, as well as the Member of Parliament for Point Fortin. Minister Kiza, good afternoon to you.
A pleasant and wonderful afternoon to you, Mr. Welch, and to you, Heavy.
Yes, good afternoon to you, Minister Kiza. Welcome to the number one afternoon talk show in Trinidad and Tobago. It's Under the Radar, right?
Thank you.
Here's where everybody listens.
Yes, this is truly where everyone listens. And
correct.
Our conversation today surrounds energy, Minister. But in surrounding energy, you are also the Member of Parliament for Point Fortin. Point Fortin is a big community, especially when it comes to energy and, most importantly, that Petrotrain refinery. But before we get there, you did something yesterday, all right? And I'll call it historic for Trinidad and Tobago. It's yesterday, right? No, day before yesterday. You were at the signing of the, not signing, but the LPG industry, right? And you kind of form for Trinidad and Tobago. I want to get to what TTT played with that, and I just want the people to just get into the gist of what's happening in energy before we talk to the minister, right?
Yes,
so
take a listen.
Take a quick listen.
Minister in the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries, Ernesto Kiza, said reforms for Trinidad and Tobago's LPG industry that have been unattended to for years are now being aggressively pursued. According to media reports last year, after a series of fatal incidents across Trinidad and Tobago involving LPG gas tanks, the Ministry of Energy undertook to review and update LPG regulations that were originally prepared years ago but never implemented.
There's a particular type of reform that has been before the ministry for 10 years. And through the good work of our permanent secretaries, PS Tulsi and PS Das, we have dusted them out. And we are now aggressively pursuing them to get to the cabinet. So hopefully in the upcoming couple of months, you will see that.
Speaking at an awards ceremony hosted by the Liquefied Petroleum Gas Dealers Association Limited, Minister Kiza praised the pioneers in the sector while emphasizing LPG's continued importance to households and small businesses across the country.
It's about the mother preparing meals for her family. It is about the small parlor owner trying to make an honest living. It is about the doubles vendor, the caterers, the rural household, the small business operator. And it must be recognized for that decades, LPG has quietly powered the everyday life of Trinidad and Tobago.
President of the Liquefied Petroleum Gas Dealers Association Limited, Imtiaz Rahman, said the association stands ready to work with the government.
Our local and international LPG experience is available to help craft a plan of evolution for the industry as the government seeks to create the structure of our important industry into its next phase of development.
Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Trinidad and Tobago National Petroleum Marketing Company Limited, Chester Beeput, congratulated the awardees for their stellar contributions to the LPG industry.
NP joins with the association in acknowledging the dedication, resilience, innovation, and service of tonight's honorees and applauds them for elevating the standards of the industry. I take this opportunity to commend the association for its vital contribution and for its unwavering commitment to the continuous improvement and development of the sector.
11 pioneers were awarded during the ceremony. Daniel John, TTT News.
All right, so that speaks to great things happening just for LPG. That's a normal cooking gas right now in Trinidad and Tobago. Do you, if you want to say anything particularly towards that before?
Of course. First of all, I want to thank you gentlemen for inviting me on this program. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the little audience. I'm very particular of what I say. This industry, which is the energy and energy industries, the Ministry of Energy, it's a ministry of specifics. You see, all of this set of talk and talk and talk, what can be done, those things, they are evidence. Most of these things are a matter of public record. When the incidents would have happened last year, with involving LPG and some very, very unfortunate. I think one person would have lost their life. I think. Please, I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Immediately, under the leadership of the Honorable Dr. Rudal Munilal, we immediately looked into the ministry to find out, well, what's going on. Let's get some laws quickly, and only to be told that there were reform and LPG rules and regulations that were in draft stages in the Ministry of Energy for approximately 10 years. Now, at the end of the day, I did not receive the reason why it never reached the cabinet and then eventually to Parliament, because it will involve some adjustments of some of the legislation. But the very competent technical team in the Ministry of Energy, led by the permanent secretaries, were able to say to me, well, Minister, this has happened. What we just need to do is to do some revision and we'll have it ready. So I'm hoping when the next, Parliament goes on recess, I'd say in recess in inverted commas, on Friday, this Friday here, and it reopens in early June, so that as we go to the new session, the next session of Parliament, I'm hoping that we are going to get these those draft regulations cabinet ready, and once it gets the cabinet and gets cabinet's approval, it can be taken to table to Parliament, so that we are going to do some reforms to deal with things like safe handling, safety, the SOPs for filling and refilling, the issue of regulation for all of the dealers and users and so on. So all in all, to say that this industry has been a critical component in the oil and gas industry quietly for years. And its significance is so important because it redounds to everyday living, you and I, from the caterers and the large food establishment to the average mother and father single household, being able to cook, to get something to eat.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed.
To the people who doing. So that it's a very important, and that it is just a little sad that a priority wasn't given 10 years ago to get this thing where it ought to be, so that we have proper regulations as we have in other parts of the industry. Yes?
Agreed. And just on that, the Minister, Dr. Munilal, did promise just 6 months ago safer cylinders, the LPG LPG cylinders, yes, for people as well. So that's great. So that's why I played this, because it's like a promise made, that promise kept.
That's right.
All right. But as we go down into the dirt, Minister, we had to go down grassroots for the people. We had to talk to the people on their level as well. All right. We need to look at what is taking place in the energy sector, because that's a pillar for Trinidad and Tobago. Our economy is still very much oil and gas, natural gas as well. I think we just forget the natural gas side of our economy.
Correct.
What is happening in the energy sector outside of the norm that persons already know of? Like, yeah, we hear ExxonMobil is still doing this and ExxonMobil doing that, and this happening and that happening. And Shell. But in the nitty-gritty, and BP, you see, we already know those surface levels things. But if we were to go down on the ground to tell the people, this is what is taking place in the energy sector, as a union man as well, what is happening in the energy sector?
Well, first of all, if I had to tell you what is happening, I have to walk back a little bit.
Okay.
We have witnessed after, in 2018, November the 30th, with the closure of the largest revenue earner for the country. Revenue, not I say profit, revenue, which was the Point-a-Pier refinery. And then not too long after that, we would have experienced the pandemic. And all of the talk about COVID recovery plan, economic, that never materialized. What that did and continues even up to today, and also add the lack of little or no drilling activity during that period.
Interesting.
Right? Little or no workover activity in terms of existing wells being worked over to maximize production and so on. And what I'm saying here are indeed matters of fact. Someone could go and check to see how much rig time, how much workover time, how much new and what. What was happening at that time was a lot of talk, maybe a lot of memorandum signing and so on. But those things are good. But after that, if those things are not implemented, the value of the paper and the pen is more valuable than the talk.
Right. Interesting.
Right?
Because
Good.
I wanna come back to something later on.
Good.
Yeah.
So what is happening now? A lot of the implementation, in addition to the focus on local acreage, you see, the problem, the challenge for many industries like us, Trinidad and Tobago has close to over 120 years of oil and gas exploration. From the very first oil well in somewhere like 1897. I ain't so sharp this evening, right? But it was in Alipero in South Trinidad.
Yeah.
That's land that is. And to now, we have had a rich history, so that our workers, our management people, our skill and tech are some of the best known on the earth, and they exist in all over the world, from Alaska to Antarctica to Peru, Brazil, anywhere you will find an oil and gas professional or oil and gas worker from Trinidad and Tobago in somewhere in the industry. Quite recently, the UK would have published bigging up our welders, to use a colloquial term, bigging up the quality of welders that we have in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, why am I saying all of this? We are at the verge of a lot of projects that were conceptualized in the recent past coming to fruition, in addition to projects that focus on the development of land acreage, meaning existing land proven reserves like Touchstone development in the Central Block and some of the other local companies taking a chance to do lease through the current configuration of heritage, and they are now finding oil.
Interesting.
Yes. When I say finding, developing, because they would have been given acreage through the proper process and so on.
Yeah.
But through the exploration efforts, they are now recovering reserves, all adding to our oil reserve.
So you're telling us, Minister, that we could put the narrative to bed that Trinidad and Tobago does not have enough oil supply for the next 10, 15 years?
I really and truly, let me make a statement, and this is my statement. I hope no one is offended, please, and I'm saying it with love. I don't speak often about what we do, and I allow all the narrative, all the past ministers, all the commentators to talk, because that's their right. They could talk, say what they had to say, this one on Facebook and so on. What is sad in Trinidad and Tobago, the average man and woman, wherever you live in, don't know about the major revenue earner of your country, which is oil and gas. There are people who they find difficulty in spelling the word oil. Not that they don't know how to spell it, but they are major commentators. They go on Facebook, they go all over and they pontify themselves to be experts. That's a challenge, because what that does, it does not give us the reality. You see, Facebook is one way to do research, that's fine. Yeah. But traditional research mediums are still there. You can verify the things that are going on. You could just go and do research, check the Ministry of Finance website, check the Ministry of Energy, go on some of these companies and see. And for example, ExxonMobil has published about 2-3 days ago.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. We did that, right? We exposed that right here.
They published that, and so that's not the minister saying that or the ministry saying that.
The Porter Wells.
That's ExxonMobil themselves saying that.
Yeah.
So with all the talk, right, we are very careful, at least I am very careful, not to say anything that we cannot back up or defend or so on. So the answer to your straight question, Mr. Welch, we are going to be experiencing an upsurge very cautiously in production, both oil and gas, within the last quarter 2006 up to 2028. What I'm saying here are things that the companies, both multinational and our national companies, would have submitted to the Ministry of Energy. It was featured in the budget presentation by the Honorable Minister, in my presentation, in the Honorable Ministers of Energy, Dr. Munilal's presentation in the budget. It will be featured again in the media review. It was refined afterwards by some of these companies, and those things, these companies like Touchstone and BP and Shell and so on, they have no time with petty politics. They're about
business.
They're about business.
They're about business.
They're about business. They're about investments, about the shareholders making money, and then what we get for it, the country gets revenue. We get taxes, so when they put out and they make their projections to the Ministry of Energy, it has nothing to do with politics. It has to do with reality. As they see it, when they invest their money, verified by our technocrats in the ministry to verify what they are saying, and that's it.
I must ask, go ahead.
So based on what you're saying, Minister, right, the light is at the end of the tunnel, right? Because for the last 9.5 years under the previous regime, right, they had single-handedly destroyed the energy industry. Right. We know this. Yeah. I have battled on previous frequencies, right, against the moves that they made. I tried to dispel different propaganda narratives that the oil refinery wasn't making no money, and a cleaner working for 15,000 a month, and this one and that one, and all the propaganda they spread out to make it look like it's the workers of the oil refinery was at fault.
Yes. Yeah.
And the oil refinery was losing money and was a burden to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago and the taxpayers. And when the mess, the doo-doo hit the fan, right, all these things was lies, right? So they sacrifice the refinery, the workers, and that whole community of Pointe-à-Pierre, Claxon, and that Southern Peninsula there had suffered because of that. Right. Businesses had suffered because of that. So they sacrifice people's livelihood, people making an honest dollar for their for their lives. Now, I am saying to you, and I'm asking the minister this: are we getting a third chance of an oil boom or oil and gas boom in the energy sector coming around the corner in 2027, 2028?
Heavy, I am very cautious with my words, very economical.
Let me say, you don't want to jinx it. You don't want to jinx it.
Yes.
Yeah, because
there is a term that has been used by the multinationals, and it's called cautious optimism.
Right, right.
And you could quote me on that because it's there in their narratives and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a term that we continue to use. Cautious optimism.
Optimism.
We are very cautiously optimistic about a lot of things that they have said to us.
Yeah.
Their projections. I mean, a simple thing, and I'm not now talking anything about anything that dealing with cross-border. I'm talking just our local acreage, the development of our local acreage in Ginger Field, in the Coconut Gas Field, in the Calypso Gas Field, yes, Aphrodite, all these different, which are projects between Shell, EOG, Woodside, BP, and then on land you have the Central Block, Touchstone,
right.
You have Heritage themselves doing workovers and drilling on land and so on, and
right.
all of those projects that I mentioned are local acreage, offshore and land,
right.
And all of those projects, some of them are projected to come in last quarter 2026, right up to 2028.
All right.
And I have not now spoken anything about Exxon or Dragon or anything like that.
None of that.
Right.
So therefore, Minister, I want to now put you on the spot. Forgive me. All right. We have a budget coming up.
A mid-year
review. Can you tell this nation at all, if any small hints of what exactly is to probably come from that?
Mr. Welch, you know vicinity, I can't answer.
All right.
I know that.
Well,
I had to test you one time.
Seeing that you can answer that, yeah, maybe you can answer this question, right? With regards to the refinery, I know the Prime Minister had met with several. Well, she went to the United States and how I would put it, had that diplomatic relations with different governments across the world. And I know our minister in the Ministry of Tourism, help me out, David Welch.
Foreign
Affairs went to
Sean
different.
Sobers
He went to different meetings all over the world, trying to get people to come to Trinidad and invest in the reopening of the refinery. Right? We hear in talks that they're going to try to reopen it in phases. We hear in talk that Chevron is probably going to come back, and we hear in talks about different other people interested in opening the refinery. Tell us what's the situation with our refinery.
All right, Heavy. This is what I can say. There was a committee that would have submitted a report to the Honorable Prime Minister, which was the Refinery Reform Committee. They did their study,
right,
and they made an official report. And in that report stated clearly that the refinery can be reopened, and they recommended that it be reopened on a phase basis.
Right.
They even indicated the costs of the turnaround, what it will take.
Okay.
And they even indicated as well how you can go about dealing with the cost itself. It is the position of the government that no taxpayers' money must be inputted in that refinery.
Right.
Because of the current situation, the government has indicated, and the Prime Minister would have said it publicly, that we are going to retain our asset, keep the asset, but that we look for the best possible financial arrangement with the best possible groups of persons or persons and so on. So in a not so long period of time, some announcements will be made, and those announcements will now take it a little further from what the committee would have recommended, to look at something that is very transparent, but not in this long time that the last group took about. It's about 3 different occasions, and all the time it failed because whatever was their reasoning, it didn't work. Right?
Correct.
So
all right.
There's going to be it's going to take place in a short, very transparent, but in a short time, not in a long lead, because we really would like to see work begin or at least the preparatory works to commence before the end of last quarter 2026. We would like to, not my words, like to, but again, the process has to be transparent. It has to be totally above board and so on to make sure that we get the best possible deal for Trinidad and Tobago. Yes.
All right. So therefore, Minister, because this is a question that a lot of persons have, right? And I want you to speak to your constituency as well, your Burgesses. Is the refinery particularly going to be open strictly under private or
no?
Okay.
No. Listen what I said. I'm based on the recommendation from the committee that submitted the report. The government is going to retain the assets. In other words, the government is not going to sell the state's assets. No, we're not selling the assets.
I think we need to make that clear again for everyone watching. Yeah,
the government is not going to sell the refinery to anyone. Not selling the assets. No, you remember there was a big thing. They said that anybody could take it, or remember that some people saying they could take it if you wanted to study it for $1 and all this other strange comments that were being made from men and women who know better. When they knew there was a lien on the refinery, they knew that. They didn't tell the public that, but they knew the refinery had a lien. But they didn't say that to the public. But I don't want to go and take the conversation about refinery only. So that this government, we're not going to sell the state's assets. We're not doing that, no. But that we must, in retaining the state's asset, we must look at what would have gone before, because there might be some contractual, we don't know, because I think there was I think it's a Nigerian company, I can't remember the name, that the last time before the last administration left, they said they want to bid and things like that. I don't know, but maybe there may be some things that needs to be dealt with where that is concerned. But if that is so, then we have to now deal with that and then move on. But whatever is decided, it has to be very transparent in the domain according to proper rules and procedures. But the time frame cannot be, it can't take us into into the next 2 years and so on, because the committee made it very clear. The longer we take, the higher the cost
it's going to be.
And eventually, if that cost is too astronomical, then we may have to change that. And we don't want that, because you see, look at what is happening globally right now. Strait of Hormuz, Iran, Venezuela, and all the other opportunities for Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, Suriname. You could imagine, Heavy and David, if we had a refinery running during COVID, when oil price reached zero. Oil price reaching zero is a great thing for a refinery. Why?
Agreed.
Because the margins will become spectacular. You could have bought oil and store it, so that your products now you'd have been topping, you'd have been getting a much better value for the refined products.
Yes.
And that maybe our country might have been in a much better state had the refinery not been shut down. But again, woulda, coulda, shoulda, those are speculations. We have to push forward now and get it up and running, because energy security is critical, not just for Trinidad and Tobago, but for the region. We are now part of the tree, if you want to call it the trident, the triangle. Guyana, Suriname, and Venice. And Trinidad and Tobago. If indeed some of the talk that can materialize, and it comes to free, because we do have memorandums with these two countries. If indeed 50%, 40% of all of the high-level talk comes to fruition, predicated by us restarting our refinery, we are indeed going to be in a much better, much safer economic space going forward.
All right, I have one more question, because I don't want to keep the minister here long. I know he's
have plenty of questions on energy, you know.
No, I have a question. Yeah. Now, I really want to know what is the situation with Lake Asphalt, because a lot of propaganda and narratives are being spilled in the public domain that Lake Asphalt belongs to the Chinese, and the Chinese own it, and Kamala get the Chinese and them the tax part. And
is he standing order in Parliament?
And right now we don't own the picture again, and they're blaming the UNC for that, right? I really wanted out there for public knowledge, for the narrative to be said. To end all the talk?
End the quarrel.
Because it is quarrel with the stupidness. You understand? What is the situation with regards to the lake asphalt, the pitch lake, and whatever it is?
All right, I just want to, before I say what I say, I want to best put a caveat. Lake asphalt is no longer under the Ministry of Energy. It is under the Ministry of Works and Infrastructure.
Okay.
So the Honorable and the very Honorable Jolene John.
Oh, okay.
She is the line minister for Lake Asphalt.
Okay.
But what I can say, I used to be on Lake Asphalt board as a director during the first Kamala administration, 2010 to 2015.
You're the right person here.
So what I can say to you, at that time, no one made any decision or made any deal with any Chinese to own no lake or that at that time. I don't know, and I'm unaware. I haven't seen anything in cabinet or I haven't seen anything anyway that suggests that any foreign government owns the lake.
Okay.
No. You remember, go back to what I said in the opening of this conversation. It burns me when very educated people or people who purport to be highly educated choose to be ignorant. Why? If indeed, remember you have freedom of information of authority, sir?
Yeah.
If indeed that is so, why haven't someone brought anything
yes.
of evidence to show? Because that's a Lake Asphalt is a state enterprise.
Right.
And if indeed some foreign government owns a part of or has, then that would have surfaced a very long time ago, Mr. Welch.
Agreed.
And Mr. Heavy.
I want TTT to ensure they put that in the news tonight.
Yes,
please.
yes, please, because
there's no information on Lake Asphalt.
I have no information. So I really don't know. I imagine I live in Point Fontaine, so I've heard the talk many times, but I don't take it on because at the end of the day, oil and gas business is a very technical. It requires approval. It goes through the rigor of all sorts of stuff. If you indeed someone comes, this one by the lake, and no problem, sir. With all respect, bring your evidence. And talk done. Bring your evidence. You bring it. Bring your evidence. So, for example, someone in the same vein, the workers was working for this one and this one and that one. And it was a burden on the state. Bring your evidence. Because I say to you, many in the public, they have had all of the financial statements for Petrotrin as far back as 2009. And at no time did the state ever had to give Petrotrin a loan or to bail out Petrotrin for any. That's a matter of fact.
Wow.
And hold on. I'm telling you where to go. If you look at the Lashley report, you look at the what's the other report? I getting old, so right. Those three reports, the Solomon and Associates, right? None of the reports recommended the shutting down of the refinery.
Yes.
All of the reports also indicated that Petrotrin was not a burden of the state. Petrotrin was paying its loan on time. They didn't owe anything. So it will continue to be a mystery, known only to those who made the decision. And I'm advised it's not a whole group of people that made the decision. It's a small group of people, very small group, made that decision. They alone know why they made that decision, ladies and gentlemen of Trinidad and Tobago.
But in your opinion, you have any idea or belief that why they made the decision? I know they alone know, but what is your opinion on why did they make that decision?
If I was in Parliament, I will tell you exactly what is my opinion. Under the
parliamentary privilege.
That's not the only thing that they shut down. All right, and I have a rapid for you because we almost running out of time. All right.
Yeah.
At the start, you mentioned the signing of MOUs. All right, and you also signaled the actioning on some of those MOUs that wasn't taking place back then. All right. Mentioned the shutting down of the Petrotrin refinery. We also have 3-in-1, LNG 3-in-1 that is halted, come to a complete halt, with all that is taking place in the Middle East, Venezuela, all over the place. I mean, 3-in-1 could benefit Trinidad and Tobago because we do have natural gas or oil coming in. All right. We also have the former Minister of Energy, and you see it is rapid questions. All right, the former Minister of Energy and Energy Industries as well, Stuart Young, coming out now to label the entirety of the ministry, yourself, the Minister Munilal, as well as the Prime Minister, as not knowing what they're doing in regards to the energy sector. How do you respond to almost all of that? How do you respond?
How do I respond? Look at me. You see, Mr. Welch and Heavy, Mr. Young knows what he knows. We know what we know. And at the end of the day, as the great Basdeo Pandey say, performance beat old talk any day. What I have given you all here by quoting these projects, and you know, what is sad is that the other side, but that we project, that's not your project. The gas doesn't belong to red or yellow. The gas belongs to Trinidad and Tobago.
Correct.
And the issue is who is able to move the thing fast enough to get it to the stage of FID, which is the decision of a company to invest in the country. Yes. And for that investment now to redound in the shortest possible time to revenue for Trinidad and Tobago. That is the question. So the issue here now is which group of persons has the will to make sure that happens. What we have done, we went to Parliament, the Honorable Dr. Munilal, and we took to Parliament, the Cabinet, something called an Energy Accelerator Hub. What that is the bringing together of the Ministry of Energy and some of the major agencies in granting permissions and license and so on for these companies, even the Attorney General's office. And the purpose of that is to move this issue of requests and license and permits to kind of move production to get to production in a reasonable legal time frame. Because what we saw, decisions are taken and they're not implemented. So as much as the gentleman, and enough respect, will say what he has to say, the fact remains there are critical decisions that laid in the Ministry of Energy for more than 10 years and they weren't implemented. And if they are not implemented, the country cannot be benefiting.
Correct.
So the issue here, yes, you try this, you do this, whatever, that's fine. But the issue here now is, has those decisions ever been implemented? And what we are doing here is implementing.
Right.
Making talk actionable and turning talk and the action into revenue for Trinidad and Tobago. That is our focus. So I have no time in wasting, in trading all this sort of, I don't have time for that. Okay. I'm very, very focused in the support of my minister, in the support of the Prime Minister to ensure that this Ministry of Energy is able to deliver for Trinidad and Tobago. Very focused.
I like that. Action beats old talk. Yes. Action beats old talk, and that's one for Stuart Young. Action beats old talk. I have two questions again.
Two more questions?
One pertaining to you still as a minister, the other as Member of Parliament for your constituency, Point Fortin. What can your constituency look forward to, particularly to the energy sector and to Petrotrin and the restart of Petrotrin? Like, they're looking for a timeline, honestly. I know that we say early 2027, maybe late 20, or going into 2028. But on the table was like a rough timeline you could give to your businesses.
Well, I want us to be very clear on what we are talking about. We are talking about several different things. In terms of Petrotrin, which is now heritage, as you know, it's public knowledge. The board and the management, they have been pursuing, looking at restarting wells that have been dormant. They are now into relooking lease arrangements. Hence the reason why I could have said companies like Touchstone and some of the other companies, they are now heavily invested in looking at oil winning, on increasing oil production on land. And on the offshore side, which is used to be Trinma, they are heavily involved in doing some repair because they left that place into disrepair.
Wow.
And an aging oil field has to be given serious personal attention. Why? Because offshore Soldado Trinma is not a digital thing. It's analog, so you have to go and check locations and so on. They would have instituted a shift system that leaves the place open. We now have to redo all of these things to make sure that they have coverage. Good? And while having coverage, while having now an industrial debt over our heads in terms of what happened with Rig 110, that would have stymied a lot of activity. So that there's a lot of search for investment to fix some of those things outside there, some of the locations and so on, while working with the lease operators and the local management of heritage themselves to raise production both land and offshore. So that's one aspect of it. The other aspect is the refinery, which is in point up here. That's the Paria side, and the Guacara side of it. And that is a must. Once and the announcement is made and everything is above board and everything happens, immediately places like Marabella, Claxton Bay, San Fernando immediate, Pinal, all those southern areas right down to Point Forte, immediately an upsurge in economic activity will take place.
Correct.
Now, that is what we look at the immediate future. Now, we have been looking at projects as far back as Cedros, so that we are now developing projects for even in Cedros, because Cedros has been an abandoned place
for quite some time.
Carcass to Chatham, nothing has been going on. And that we have been focusing there, and in a little, once I have the approvals, because I don't talk without being, appreciate me?
Correct.
I don't talk unless I have approvals. So once I have the approvals, we will come back here and share some really, really fantastic things that's going on in Cedros. And
make sure you come back to this show first, right? This show first. And the highway to Point Fortin, which is very important. When can the people look forward to that?
Well, the highway for Point Fortin is almost completed. I think there's only Mosquito Creek, that little piece there that fell into the disrepair, which is now being repaired. That fell under the last group and is now being repaired now. And then there's a little piece between Vance River to Pondatl, and the contractor there who's doing that work, they are far advanced, they are more advanced now. So I'm hoping, and I'll get the information from the Honorable Jolene John, because that's under her ministry as to the timeline. But I believe before the end of 2026 that highway will be completed. But as it is now, what we have now, I leave Point and I could get to San Fernando in 20 minutes without any fight. So it's a great benefit for us, and we thank. And again, I want Trinidad and Tobago to remember, it is the Honorable Kamla Prasad Bisesa that built the highway to Point. The highway to Point Forte was on the Hansards of Trinidad and Tobago as far back as 1966. And then later down, and from 1966 way down up to 2010. Look at the time frame.
A long period.
It was not. We saw 2 economic booms.
And
still nothing for Point Forte. The hospital, the new hospital, the first hospital was built by Shell. The area hospital. Shell built that hospital. Good? And a hospital for Point Forte only came to a reality when Kamla Prasad Bisesa came into government in 2010. So at the end of the day, there are people say, well, we finished building the hospital and we know the issue is you never had it on your books.
Correct.
You weren't, it was not a priority for you because you thought that is your safe seat and you didn't business. Now I know what I'm saying, people will get vexed now. I'm stating what it is. You can go back, check the Hansards. Check it and see for you check 1966 might be a little
too far.
But you check it. You go back and check to see the first time and the amount of time the Point Forte highway was mentioned in a budgetary statement and so on before it actually came into fruition. And Point Forte at the time, and still is, was one of the major oil producers. Because Trinma was doing 42,000 barrels per day. At that time, way back, Trinma was doing like 70-something thousand barrels per day, and so on. And over time, through natural decline, it ended up with about 35 and 32, and now the production isn't how it used to be. But the point about it, Point Forte gave this country a significant amount of revenue, but was never given the priority by those of the past.
All right. That being said,
I wish we could have do calls, but
no, we got
out of time.
Yes, we're out of time.
All right.
You have a break to take.
Yes, we do. We have plenty.
Yeah.
All right. So we want to thank the Honorable Minister of Minister in the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries, the Honorable Ernesto Kiza, Member of Parliament as well for Point Fortin, for coming down to Talk City 91.1 FM on the radar and giving us that. I'll call it an exclusive.
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, so stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, more of your calls and opinions right after this. Stay tuned.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
City 91.1 FM. Dance to the drum, oh. Happy spirits have the sweetest rhythm, oh.
All right, 5:29 right now in the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. You are back under the radar with yours truly, Heavy Duty and David Welch. And as we say, this is the show to be on. This is the fastest growing, I want to stop to that, this is the best talk show in all of Trinidad and Tobago right now. I want to thank the Honorable Minister in the Ministry of Energy and Energy Industries, the Honorable Minister Kiza. Go ahead. Tell me no.
I want to humbly apologize to the listeners of Talk City 91.1 for saying what I believe that the Chinese had the pitch lick. And I said something here live on radio that It's probably because I didn't deal with Naquan and not Naquan with Malcolm Jones and thing. Why the last administration probably had also released the pitch lake to the Chinese, not knowing that talk about the Chinese having the pitch lake or leasing the pitch lake or own the pitch lake was so widespread that I and all thought that they really
take it.
Now, here it is. If you ask the average Trinidadian in the barber shop, in the hairdressing saloon, in the bar, by the club, by the corner, by the parlor, what is happening with the pitch lake, they will actually tell you, I think the Chinese own that now, yes? Because the rumor and the propaganda and the lies had reached so far and wide, one in every 3 Trinidadian will tell you the Chinese own the pitch lake.
True.
And this is to just show how dangerous PNM propaganda really is.
Correct.
I was today days old before I knew that there's no such thing as Chinese even and have no kind of involvement with the pitch lake.
Well, if you didn't know, now you know. Know your country. You want to go back to the segment?
I mean, I was on other frequencies talking this.
I think everyone, honestly. I think everyone.
Look, I am ashamed.
Nah, don't worry, brother. Don't worry. In every single, and this is what I learned, in every single lie, there's always a truth behind it. Right? Because who is to say if we didn't allow them to govern this country any further that we would have never have the pitch lake? Let's go to the phone lines real quick. Caller.
Good afternoon.
Yes, Good afternoon.
Heavy and Mr. Welch.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Well, you know, Heavy, that's the same way a guy is called from abroad and say Erica had money to lend the country, you know. The last the fourth prime minister's daughter.
You have to go there.
But anyway, let's leave it aside because we have big fish to fry this evening. You see, I am glad that Mr. Kiza could come to your forum and could speak about the virtues of the energy sector, which he met 12 months ago.
Yeah.
Because while Dr. Rowley was doing all he could to prop up the gas sector by going to Venezuela and talking to Mr. Maduro, those in the House of the Rising Sun was calling in the U.S. to lock him up, take away his passport, ban him, put sanctions on him. But he didn't study that.
Was that all
he
right?
He had a responsibility to his children and grandchildren to leave this place in a better place. So he did that.
Well,
and when it came to the...
Eric?
You were saying something? Yes.
Eric.
To be clear, the government didn't call... Well, sorry, the opposition didn't call at the time for them to just lock up, keep Rowley and them.
I could quote Rudy and Davidson. I could play that video for you.
Hold 1 second. What they actually were saying is that we should not be dealing with Delcy Rodriguez and Venezuela because there are sanctions on them and they are risking sanctions on Trinidad and Tobago.
No. They say lock up Rowley, lock up Young. No, let me move on from that.
Eric,
yes?
That is nonsensical. Who's going to lock up Rowley and lock up Young? The United States?
That is what Rudy and Darcy was saying on the UN platform.
Listen to me.
This is the one time we'll say thank you, Eric.
Right, but I am finished yet.
Eric. First thing first.
You gave me some time to finish.
First. I'll give you time to finish. First thing first. There's a paralysis in your analysis.
Always.
Because you are coming here to praise Dr. Rowley, right, about making moves with Venezuela to secure gas deals when he himself had single-handedly shut down and damaged and destroyed the energy industry in Trinidad and Tobago by closing down the petrol refinery.
Correct.
So on one hand, you are here praising him for going and making a gas deal with a sanctioned country, right? And on the other hand, he single-handedly destroy an energy industry that didn't need any in destroying because as the minister rightfully said, there were these companies that went in there and did a whole audit and make sure everything is correct, and they say there's no reason to shut it down. Right?
All right, I want to ask you this question.
Go ahead.
Why is it that all of the economists will tell you that government should never get into that refinery again? Why is it that Ms. Kamala Prasad Bisesa, as we just heard from Mr. Kiza, said we're not putting our money in that? Why is that so? Because
there's a burden.
Hold on. Because there is no money to put in that.
And there's a burden. Eric.
Because the former regime make sure they hand on to put.
So you're making my case for me.
No.
Nobody making no case for you. we giving you the reality of your obscurantists.
Kamala Prasad Bisesa not putting one red cent at that.
And he said why? Because she has no money to put there. There are other priorities besides that.
Yeah, but
he also said she's not selling that asset. She's not going to sell it. Why?
If it was so good.
People.
Why don't they just open back and
listen.
Yes.
Two things.
Go ahead.
Number one, the minister didn't say that the government not spending because we don't have to spend. All right? The refinery is a financial burden now because the PNM shut it down.
And the amount of money is going to cost to reopen it if we don't have that money.
The minister said here that if we are to hold on, if we are to continue the prolonged approach and reopening the petroleum refinery, it will start costing way too much. Way more. No, you hold the line, Eric. You hold the line. All right? That's number one. Number two, on your point there, you cannot come here to start talking to us about anything refinery or energy, yada, or tell us what the previous government was doing.
Correct.
Because in fact, the previous government taking credit for everything that this government doing right now.
Yes.
All right, in the reopening of the petroleum refinery and ExxonMobil, Bini and Chevron and BP and Shell and everything. It is not.
It is not.
Who brought Exxon to Trinidad?
But did you hear?
Who brought Exxon to Trinidad?
Who brought Exxon to Trinidad?
ExxonMobil comes back to Trinidad and Tobago after years of not being here. That is the case. That is the case. Hold on. Whether or not you want to look at giving the Keith Rowley letter, hold the line. If you want to do that, Minister Kiza sat here and said that that administration signed off on multiple MOUs, however, not actioning on nothing.
I never did nothing on none.
So the government, hold on. The government today is not playing the petty politics of saying, well, that's PNM owned, that's PNM owned. It is country related.
Correct.
So therefore,
what the UNC was doing while the PNM wasn't open.
You telling us you telling us you bring into this station what they used to do, brother, on what we're doing now. What is happening now?
Actions speak louder than words.
Let me do one other thing before I go, please. The minister was here, and it was very sad that I did not get to question him because I wanted to know his view on the current situation with Cuba, where Cuba is
there's no need. That is foreign affairs.
That is foreign affairs. That has not to do with energy.
Eric,
why you answering the minister?
You have a great day, Eric. That's foreign affairs.
Eric,
you have a great day.
Eric. The minister coming here in his capacity of the Minister of Energy. He didn't come here to talk foreign affairs, right? And we would have cut you off if the court had asked the minister anything about Cuba. What the hell are you talking about Cuba for? We want to know about Trinidad and Tobago. I'm going over the petroleum refinery. And look at you come to talk about Cuba. You would have called here to talk about Cuba.
Caller.
Look.
Yes, caller, you're live.
Yes, I don't think you all should waste precious time engaging that fella. That fella, he seems to be deaf and he seems to be impervious to the truth. So leave him alone.
Agreed.
Thank you.
Thank you, caller.
We can take two more. Caller.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, brother.
Heavy?
Yes, good afternoon, caller.
David.
Yes.
Tell Eric to go and get a laptop that the BTM just got a number of laptops from an American initiative. That happened today, so he will become sensible, he will become intelligent, and he will not be like Terence Yalsing. It was an excellent achievement that the UNC and its partners, US, delivered a number of laptops to the Beetham people, and they said no child must be left behind. That is what the PNM was doing to the children in this country. A wicked PNM. Tell Eric, just like Marcel, just like Terrence, they are saying, don't touch the people and the student laptops in the Beetham are gone.
Thank you very much,
so
caller.
much. We can take one more. 622-4911, 622-4911, 394-4911. Caller. Caller,
You
you're
know,
live.
you just have to cut off Eric. Eric just is like a backbencher in the parliament, just spewing banal banter and just MTA and taking up space. Eric, take a break and just stick on your other radio dial, because this is now, we know what this station is. We don't have no Julia Davis and no Pastor Google now. So you just move on, Eric.
Thanks so much.
Thank you, caller. Thank you
Thanks
so much.
Caller.
Caller, good evening.
Hey,
Good afternoon.
David.
Yes, yes, leave it there.
You see how glad it is? Oh, let's cut me off.
cut you
Because they're afraid me, you know.
Leave
Who
it
cut
there.
you off?
You're trying to you come in here to talk. You come in here to ask me to play clip for you.
Heavy.
Go and get a clip. It have clip online. Go online and Google a clip and the man listen to a clip. Go ahead.
Recently, you call certain people names.
I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that. We having two of a good show.
We
one more. Get on one good call now, people. One good sensible call.
Give a cut off.
Just one, please. I beg all you.
They will get back.
Nobody's back to back.
Yeah.
It's back to back.
Eric, leave it there.
Give us something good now. Please, one person. 622-4911,
Oh,
622-4911.
Let me go for the break now. Go for the break.
I will leave on a positive note. We now had the Honorable Minister in
yeah,
studio
yeah.
for you to come to talk to me about you get cut off our phone line. And you have you say this? Have you tell it? Give me one sensible thing today now. Oh God, please.
Oh God.
Please. I don't want to come back to the phone lines and then I ain't got nothing good. We are real people sending voice notes, all kind of thing, messages. So one good one, right, caller?
Good evening, Heavy and David.
Yes.
I want to congratulate the Energy Minister. He was on point and he have the right approach. Don't say much to the public. When the time arrives, we will have a voice to talk as much as we want. But we are in a progressive way so far from hearing his comments and so. And we have patience. We'll wait and see how Trinidad and Tobago and all of the citizens will benefit. So don't let nobody chain all you up. Don't let Eric chain you up. Okay, thanks again.
Thank you so much. All right, we're going to leave it there. All right, that one good. We're going to leave it right there. We will come back to the phone lines, Trinidad and Tobago, all right? Stay tuned, please, to Talk City 91.1 FM, whether or not you're listening on your radio, wherever you're listening. I feel like I need to say this digital ad. Not in this spot, but I will give them the digital ad, all right? I want you all to know if you all need data to keep locked on to Talk City 91.1 FM, then use Digicel now, please. Do you need data on the go? Get a preloaded SIM card for as low as $40. Available at any store. Available at any store where you see a digital sign on the outside. Spot the digital sign, get a new number, preloaded data, and more. And for all you digital customers, spin to win. Win up to $750 weekly in cash. Digital customers can text the word SPIN to 8181 to enter. Enter now for your chance to win cash weekly. Stay tuned, Trinidad and Tobago, to Under the Radar.
Yes.
Because we are more coming back after. Oh,
this.
Lord, the phone lines, boy. Oh, God, the phone lines. We'll be back.
Your afternoons just got louder on Talk City
Good morning,
91.
Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. watch on TTT, or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago Today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Vermala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning.
Wrap-up show with Opinion Box and Kingsley. Kingsley, you want to open the phone lines?
Yeah, let me go to the phone lines. We hear what the public have to say before we leave.
You hear that sigh?
You heard the sigh?
6224911, 6224911. Caller.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, David and Heavy. Lee.
Heavy.
I just wanna raise a concern that I figure will become a little out of hand. You see these people who are selling on the highway and things, standing in the middle of the road while traffic on the move. The government should do something about that as soon as they can, because it's getting a little too out of hand now, and it can cause pedestrians' life, also drivers' life. If they had to break some one of these people's life, so they need to try and come up on that before it gets too much more out of hand. Have a good evening.
Thanks so much.
I beg to disagree.
Caller.
I'll make it real quick, David and Heavy. Did you hear what Khadija said about the food badges and things?
What did she say?
She said there are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people applying for food badges.
Yeah.
Do you know what that means? Everybody's self-employed. Everybody making a pie, a cookie, something, and selling at the side of the road because we have no job.
It doesn't mean that everybody has.
Well, I'm telling you the truth. She said it's unbelievable. It's skyrocketed.
There are plenty of people who have restaurants and things that need you to go and get a food badge to work in the restaurants and bars and stuff now.
Applying for food badges is what she said?
Yeah. It doesn't necessarily mean that everybody that has.
Okay, so they applying for food badges is what you're saying?
Every person that working in a KFC restaurant has to have a food badge. Everybody working at Chinese restaurant has to have a food badge.
But Heavy.
It doesn't mean that everybody that has a food trying to get a food badge have a business.
What is the problem? If you're applying for a food badge, what is the problem? How does that now equate that everybody unemployed? How?
No, she didn't say everybody unemployed.
Or they're looking for work.
She said everybody now have a business selling polori or food or whatever the case will be. I am telling her that not necessarily. It doesn't mean that everybody that is applying for a food badge now has a business.
Oh, okay.
There are businesses that in the restaurants and the food and drinks and beverage industry, you have to have a food badge. Even if you're selling beers in town for carnival, you need a food badge. That's the law. You need a food badge.
It's just that people are not following the law.
So that the application for getting a food badge would be pretty hard, because if you had to work in any fast food restaurant, any moms and pops Chinese restaurant, anywhere you had to work, you have to have a food badge. Even if you're working in a bar selling drinks, you have to have a food badge too. You understand?
Caller.
Heavy.
Yes.
Let's leave it there.
Yes, leave it there.
Never mind. Caller.
Yeah, for the bad day, we hear what the bad has to say.
Caller, what's up?
Enough.
Yes, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Yeah, man.
Good afternoon.
Let me tell you something. I never had a restaurant. I don't had no intention of going and selling nothing side the road, and I went and get a food badge already.
Right. Okay. Right.
Just for to say, hey, here what this thing is available. It's a simple procedure. Let me go and get it, just in case that sometime I might have a little ambition to try something. I already have things in place. I know the process. A lot of things people does, and they don't mean that they don't have no jobs and things hard in the country.
No, I hear that.
Things hard in the country for people who want their life to be easy. That's why things are hard. You understand?
Yeah, man.
Let me tell you something. There are so many things people could do to earn an income. But the first thing with Trinidadians, we like to feel that, hear what? That's embarrassing. This one gonna see me doing this. That one gonna see me doing that. And that is preventing a lot of people from earning revenue that they would surprise to know that the revenue and the income they will be bringing in from simple things that we just take for granted, that cutting a lawn, doing any little small thing around the area, That's a big problem for people. They want to jump up in the morning and say, here what? I want a 8 to 4 job. Because we so stick in that moment of saying, here what? By 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we want to be home to be relaxing and smoking our weed and busting our pot. That's what we grow accustomed to. So everything in the country gonna be hard for people who want life easy. But when you see you come out and you understand the reality of things outside of Trinidad, then you just appreciate and realize how much opportunities you had and you wasted it, and now you have to really go the extra mile. So don't worry about people complaining and things. You see anybody starving and we going through any famine in Trinidad and Tobago yet?
Not yet, but thanks so much.
Oh, have a good
All right,
evening.
caller. Thank you very much.
Caller.
Hello.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I just have one little thing to say about Mr. King's star David there and what's your next one, the trouble man?
Eric,
yeah. If them fellas so concerned about the pain, right? Because if you realize, you don't care who come on all your show, they will listen and come back with some kind of negative vibe. Since they could defend them all the way like that, better they go to Tobago and they will get work from Rowley to mine ship and go. So they go back and come.
All right, thanks so
What
much.
do you think about that?
Yeah, man. I feel like we just have too much of an educational program to just have it be banter, you know?
Correct.
I mean?
Correct.
Like,
Yeah.
Jesus, Lord.
Yeah, it's always be boiled down to banter.
Yeah, there's always boiled down to
yeah.
that, boy. Like, I want to hear, you know, some...
Tend to debate.
Yeah, some good...
yeah.
Not like that Eric debate. I mean,
Yeah,
Eric is...
But some a level of a conversation that, you know...
Yeah, like we have something that people could be like, yeah, all right, I'm learning something from this show. I mean, we have our days for banter. We will have it, for sure. All right? But we had a minister on, and then... at least I can appreciate Eric call a little bit, and I'd say that, right? I'd appreciate it a little bit only because it's a debate, right? But in it being a debate, Eric does boil it down to just I only seeing things PNM.
Yeah. You always have one red hat.
No matter what.
No
And
matter
we
what.
willing to hear him out, you know, but
when I see Eric Pony the PNM hat,
that's it.
And the guy, you sit down with the glass about his juice to listen to the show.
He's smart too, eh? You know, Eric does do it. Eric does call and first he start to agree with you and get you something and then take it back.
And then take it back here.
That's what he does do. Alright? But then the conversation does always go down. Eric this, Eric that, and then you just have that next one calling to talk about.
Leave it there.
Yeah, you cut him off.
I didn't cut him off, you cut him off.
Or some nonsense. What you say just now, and it's always nonsense. Nonsensical. Anyway, we're out of time.
So people, until tomorrow, we'll be back here, same time, same place. Look out for me tomorrow morning. I'll be sitting in for Mr. X. So I will be with Stephon tomorrow from 8 a.m. Is it at 12? 9 a.m. Sorry, from 9.
Well, you could come from 8 to 9.
Yeah.
You could sit in with Ground Report.
No. From 9, sorry. So I'll be here in the morning from 9 o'clock, right? So look out for me, and then I'll be back at 3 o'clock to do this Under the Radar show. So until tomorrow, we'll be back at same time, same place. Keep it locked to Talk City 91.1 FM. The wrap-up is up next.
The wrap-up is up next. And remember, Trinidad and Tobago, to keep shooting for the stars in everything that you do. If you can see it, you can 100% be it. And the moment you choose to give up is the moment a new star is born. How about next week, Heavy? Maybe next week, Wednesday or so, we have a youth show, but it's have the youth counselor that we can bring on.
Okay, cool.
All right, so look out for that. The wrap-up is next, a big bad wrap-up show. And we have Kingsley and Obi in studio already. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. See you tomorrow, Trinidad and Tobago. Have a great one.